I told you death would be lurking around this corner.
Oh, there he is.
No, that's just normal. Oh, these guys are easy.
It's like,
Get out of here.
And the walls will lose red. Oh wait, that always happens.
I wish they brought that
I'll tell you-
continuity back in the show, just for the fun of it.
And I'll tell you one thing that is crazy is that freaking Popeye's chicken sandwich nonsense going around.
Oh,
Wait.
you mean that whole not splat war between Popeyes and Chick-fil-A?
I was wondering what
Yeah.
that was. I saw
Wait,
a meme of
that's
it.
actually, that's an actual Splatfest now?
No, I'm
No,
just kidding.
but
it may as well be one.
Yeah.
The Joker.
Oh no.
No, it's the execution.
Oh no, Executioner.
Or he could be the
This
And-
guy
and-
is the pits.
Going to say right now, he is invincible. I cannot hurt him.
Oh.
Nuts.
invincible, and you can't hit
You gotta run.
Let me out. Let me out. Let me out.
Idiot. Don Quixote had a better chance with his
Also,
windmill.
Yeah, they're making a Don Quixote movie.
Oh,
they're
now
also-
that's a stretch.
And that's actually true. That's actually a fun fact. They're making a Don Quixote movie.
Oh, thank you, Cheshire.
I almost said a Don Quixote movie. A movie with the guy. I don't know his name, but he's the actor who plays Kylo Ren.
Oh, Adam Driver.
Oh.
Thank you. He's going to be Don Quixote, and it looks really fun.
Nice.
Thank you for
Nice.
being
gotta
so
move right
patient,
now.
Mr. Executioner, sir.
You know, just
Damn.
onto the
Oh,
Go, go!
yeah, just onto the go, man.
Okay.
Just onto the executioner itself. The horns on his head remind me of the demons from the first live-action Scooby movie.
It does.
He does. Oh, the floppy little like ear
Yeah.
horns. Yeah.
Like the giant. Yeah.
I also think it's pretty gruesome / interesting how his body is literally like sewn up. Its components of other playing cards.
Oh yeah.
Very true.
But yeah, right. Yeah. For the time being, if ever we see him, we need to run and avoid him.
So
Okay.
what is he
He's like
basically?
the
What is he
Kanaran.
basically our nemesis?
For now, yes, he's our nemesis / Kanaran / whatever.
He's an obstacle that we must run.
Oh god, now you're making me think of Night. You're making me think of Nemesis going, make stars write bad checks.
Actually, for some reason, just Pi going run. I know it's completely unrelated, but I'm just thinking back to. I saw a clip of it recently, an episode of Batman the Animated Series where like Joker's favor, and which coincidentally is the very first appearance of Harley Quinn. But in the episode, it's like there's this one guy that like has a timed bomb. He's threatening to blow both him and Joker up. And Joker's like, look, you've had a busy day. All this running around, all this excitement with... Turns to the alley, Batman!
He's calling for help.
Yeah.
The Joker called for help.
Yeah.
That is funny.
I need to see that clip.
That's
I do
actually
too.
cool. That may be up there with the frickin' Joker versus the IRS and Joker versus Mark Hamill.
Joker versus Mark Hamill.
Oh, no,
Have you
yeah,
seen
that's a
that,
reference
Pi?
to
I
Justice
have
League
not,
action.
actually.
Yeah, they actually had Mark Hamill make an appearance as Mark Hamill on the show.
Oh,
but
no.
But what's funny is that the skit itself is basically has Mark Hamill
jeez.
being, oh boy, has Mark Hamill being kidnapped by both Joker and the Trickster, both of whom voiced by Hamill, and Hamill uses his voice acting tricks to make him turn against each other until he's eventually saved by Swamp Thing, who is also voiced by Hamill.
Oh,
What's your
jeez.
voice actor?
That is confusing as heck.
And that's like at the, yeah, it's like at the end, it's
Gather.
like at the end Swamp Thing's like, in addition to all of this, in addition to like his live action roles, he's also a very good voice actor. And Joker's like, what's a voice actor?
As Mark Hamill. It's really fun. It's a fun little bit. I'm sure he had
I'm
fun.
sure
acting.
a part of him died inside when he said that line.
Uh-oh.
Oh, crap.
He's
He can
getting in.
lift gates!
With one arm.
And his sidekick
Dang,
clip through
he's
the wall.
So yeah, make sure Dark Souls style, try and dodge through his slash. But as you're noticing there, it's actually really good because sometimes he can actually kill the
there
opponents
it is.
for you.
Oh, take it.
Be very
Hey.
careful. I want the teeth. The teeth are mine.
I shall call you Scruffy,
have
and
all
you
your-
will forever be my Scruffy.
I have all of your teeth. What now?
Come here, little Scruffy.
See ya, punk.
You know, I gotta be cross with you, Alex. I don't like you stealing my teeth. Seriously, you know that shit hurts.
I like how we dub
So-
the executioner Scruffy now.
Well, you.
Yeah,
I know,
Yeah,
I-
I'll call him Scruffy.
Speaking of Scruffy.
They also want it. Yeah, no, those dogs are like, yes, we also want him to be named Scruffy. Come
Yeah,
on.
I think
Why do
one
we
of
get all
them
the
just.
Scruffy treatment?
I think one of them just riled the other three up.
Aww.
Well, if you're, okay, for the audience, what are all their names?
My oldest one is Lucy, who is a mini pin. My two youngest ones, who are both mini dachshunds, are Lottie and Lola. And then we have a fourth one that's actually my granny's, called Baby.
Baby. Okay.
Baby.
I have mine. I have my dog Molly, but she's usually off in the other room or so.
I have a niece named Audrey.
We're talking about
That's
pets.
not.
We're
a
talking
pet.
about pets. Yes, infants can be like annoying like pets, but there's definitely a big
No,
difference.
Audrey's a sweetheart. She's adorable.
Well, she is. She's,
All
she's
right.
precious.
I can
I
only
was
ima- I
making
can
a
only-
joke.
You know,
I
I can only imagine her reaction like 10 years from now when she if you ever decide to show her this particular commentary and you get to this part.
Oh my gosh, I once learned that my relatives watched some of my old the YouTube videos I made. And there's something, I mean, like, there's something weird about, like, I know I'm uploading on my own channel back years ago. Like, I know I was uploading them to YouTube, but the thought of, like, my family watching them just was like, uh-oh. It was like that. It was like that feeling of, oh.
Yeah,
I
it's
know
like,
my
again,
baby
it just makes
brother.
me-
He says, "Hey,
Yeah?
I seen some of your old videos and such." Is like, why? Like, I have a YouTube account too. It's like, no.
It just makes me.
Did you do that?
It just makes me think back to one of my favorite Thomas Sander vines, where it's like he sees like the slasher in the closet, he just nonchalantly just goes,
Nonchalant.
yeah, and then his mom comes in and goes, "Son, I just followed you on all your social media." No, and then the slasher just like has a hand on his mouth, like, "Oh my god."
Oh no. I saw that.
Hang on, I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay. There's actually a lot of funny slasher, like, comedy vines. Like, I know one where the guy's hiding in the closet. It's like, I can't let him know I'm in here. And the slasher comes in the room. He's like, I know how to get him out. He goes, Red Robin.
Yum.
And he hops out. Yum. Oh, no.
I think
Because he
another
can't help
one
it.
that I know of is David Lopez. There's a slasher coming up behind me, and there's a spider like, hey, a spider!
Oh gosh, that's
I
fine. I saw that.
love David Lopez.
Nice, sniped it. I saw that one. I saw the other two I can think of are one where the slasher is coming up. The slasher is sneaking up on somebody, but then the guy was listening to he was listening. I know the song. He was listening to some song from Knife Party. And basically what happens is that he had no idea the slasher was behind him, but as he was rocking out to the music, he danced to the left as he slashed to the right, danced to the right as he slashed to the left, and then did like the fist-like pump from a disco move and actually knocked out the killer with a punch just to the music without even realizing it. Also, I'm so sorry, I lied. There are some chess puzzles.
Oh, come on. I hate chess.
They're not as bad as in the first game, though. You don't have to act really.
thank God.
You don't have to obey chess laws. All we gotta do is we gotta get to the other side of the room. We have to make sure that both pawns are on the other sides of the board. We will be one, and there's another enemy one, and just avoid getting killed.
I never understood chess, nor will I ever want to learn to understand chess.
Okay, the rook will block my path, so I will go up, forward, left. I said left.
Forward,
There we go.
left.
But yeah, that's about it. Just make sure that the red pawn gets to the other side. Oh. Yeah. Actually, I need to reset this. We need to get to the other side.
This reminds me
I don't
of
wanna
the statue puzzle from Twilight Princess.
Oh God, you're.
Oh,
don't
screw that
remind
puzzle
me.
so much.
That one sucks. The one where you're the wolf with the two statues, and that is like that is the lowest point of that game.
Not even the HD version could save that fucking puzzle.
I'm sorry to bring
be right
such
back.
pain, but I saw Aaron
Okay.
do that puzzle.
There is still like. I still to this day will not be able to ever do that puzzle without a guide. I apologize.
No one blames you.
I don't even think Celia
Alright,
can do
I'm
that
back.
puzzle without.
Welcome back.
I blame
Welcome
you.
back.
Oh.
Oh, hey, look at
We're
that.
talking. We're. Do you know what we were talking about there, Hype? We're talking about that. We're talking about that puzzle in Twilight Princess when you're on your way to the Master Sword, and there's that bit where you're the Wolf Link with the two statues, and you have to lead them all around until they land on the spot facing one another.
No idea, but I wanted to lead in with the whole like, it's like, oh, I don't blame you, I don't blame you. I blame you.
I blame you furiously.
Let's just say that if you were to do it yourself, like you'd be in total agreement with us.
Yeah. Oh, and speaking back to pets, I do have two pets myself. I have a dog named Rufus, who's a mix, a little fluffy boy.
What time is it now?
And the other one is Bonnie, who
We're 9
I
minutes in
love,
and
but
it's
she doesn't love me back.
Because she's a cat.
I was surprised. I was gonna say I'm surprised you don't have a bunny.
Of course.
Let's just say as a fun fact, my mom doesn't like rabbits because they poop everywhere, and as a child, they used to bite me.
To be fair, Bunny. To be fair, owning a pet rabbit is like it's like a high maintenance sort of thing.
Yeah, it is very high maintenance, like most other pets, like birds, snakes, lizards, fish. We used to own fish,
Yeah.
and then my dad killed them all when I was a child because he didn't clean the tank.
You know, you
Remember
say.
that time?
I was a
Go
sad
ahead.
child.
I was just gonna say, like,
She also has eyes for you.
Yes.
Back to you, Hype.
What were you
Like,
saying?
You're saying.
I was just saying, like, you talk about birds being high maintenance. It really makes me curious how exactly Pedro is able to deal with owning a parrot.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I'm just gonna frickin' what was I gonna say? We talked about remember that time when Ed and Nettie made a sex joke?
Are you talking about the sextant?
No, with the rabbit. Oh, by the way, these are armored card guards. You have to slash them in their back, which it has a
Their
cool rhythm
behinds.
to. It has a cool. There you go. You can also use the bunny bombs to actually stun them. So there's an actual use for them.
But
It
okay,
has-
actually,
it has
I
a
know what
fun
you think
little
about
rhythm.
now. We're with the multiplication tables.
Yes, and I was like, oh my god. It's like looks like Mr. and Mrs. Rabbit have been practicing their multiplication tables.
Oh
and
my
there's just
God.
thousands. But then the show got weird because then suddenly there were millions of rabbits flooding the streets of the cul-de-sac.
We get it.
Hi.
Rabbits are horny.
Pi has done too much shipping. Her rabbit horde decided to come and invade.
Someday, Pa, you should introduce us to all your sons and daughters.
Is that the law? Is that the lore that every time Pi makes a ship somewhere, a rabbit finally has its child?
Well, it has its 6 or 7 kids, yes.
That's right.
Wow.
That's right. We did. What's the name of the angel from It's a Wonderful Life again?
Oh, the bell. Oh, frick! I know what you're talking about. Bell, the one with the whole the bell gets its crap.
Every
It's
time
like
a
every time
bell
a
rings, an
angel gets his wings.
wings.
And
Yeah, but I don't know what the name of the angel was.
I'll just say Devin. That's right. Way to go, Devin. Way to go.
Devin. I don't think his name was Devin.
That's because I don't
think
know
any
his
angel's
name.
name is
I'm
Devin.
using Devin as a placeholder.
You should use the name Azriel because he's technically an angel.
That's
You would
true.
be, Thank you. There we go.
Also, disclaimer, ladies and gentlemen, I was asked to print something for my brother since he's going to school tomorrow, so if you hear my printer in the background, I apologize.
That's okay.
I actually finally got my printer to connect to this computer because I was supposed to print out an essay that I needed to get done. And luckily my dad fixed that. Thank you, Dad.
Oh, thank goodness. Printer drivers are always so weird.
I know. Ugh.
Now printing The Birds and the Bees, Volume 13.
No! It
Now
was not
present-
that! It was for
I
art
present to
history.
you, class, I present to you, class, my thesis on why Spider-Man marrying Black Cat in the next issue coming out this next month is total BS.
I mean, I
Oh,
would write
yeah.
a paper on that, no offense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's funny
Yeah,
you-
well, your guys is
It's funny that you brought that up because not too long ago I was watching this compilation someone did of basically all of the morale choices in Spider-Man Web of Shadows, and rewatching all of those choices back to back really reinforces how stupid that game's plot is.
Yeah. It's not as
Well, it
stupid
has to
as
be-
Shadow the Hedgehog, but it's on
Yeah,
that
but
stupid.
you're
down.
right. But you're right. It has to be dumb because how can they account for all those branching storylines?
Well, I'm not gonna say that it needs to be dumb, I'm just more so surprised with how dumb it is. Like, for example, there's one point where Wolverine is overtaken by a symbiote and you have to fight him. And
Yeah.
you have two choices. The hero choice is you can let Wolverine fight off the symbiote himself, which he does in his usual Wolverine fashion. The second choice you have is, as symbiote Spider-Man, you can lift Wolverine over your head, and they don't actually show it. They actually kind of do a pretty hokey way of censoring it. It shows him holding Wolverine over his head, and it's implied that he rips the guy in half.
Oh, I wanted to see that so bad. Because my brother and I, we have the game, and he 100% completed that.
Excuse me. That seems a little.
It's
Funny.
because it's supposed to imply that Peter's giving in to the symbiote, because again, the whole morale system is that, like, it's like, because in the game, like, you know, New York's being overtaken by symbiotes, and Spider-Man has
Right.
the symbiote suit back, and the morales are basically like, if you choose a good choice, it's pretty much the old red and blue outfit. If you choose an evil path, it's the symbiote suit you're wearing. And again, a lot of the choices, most of them being the bad choices, but a lot of the choices are just kind of stupid in the way they handle them.
Well, I'll say right now, this is like Bioshock 1 levels of I hate it, where it's like either there's no okay, here's another Radula room.
Ooh.
It's never like kind of good and kind of bad. It's either you are a holy saint or you are literally the devil
But I like being the devil.
with these good and bad decisions.
And what's even more annoying to me, anyway, is that, like, of all the choices that you have, only 2 of them really affect the ending. One of them, which is the big one, involves this giant tower that the Tinkerer made, that it's supposed to send out a giant sound wave that will pretty much incapacitate and destroy all the symbiotes. You can choose to either activate the tower and, you know, save New York, or you could choose to destroy the tower because you want to take care of Venom yourself, because, you know, that's so completely logical.
Yep. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
The game just had to freeze just to think, ponder that far.
like,
It's
wow,
like,
that was stupid.
that was the game. That was the game going. That was the game going. He did
What?
type.
And it's like, that's the one choice that matters. The only other choice that matters and that actually changes the ending is whether or not you side with MJ or Black Cat.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Someone in the development board must have had a boner for Black Cat.
Yeah,
Let that be a thing.
who doesn't?
Well,
Jeez.
I guess it
I
really
don't know,
depends on...
the same people that don't care for Catwoman.
Eh.
Well, there's that.
There we go.
Well, Catwoman was
I
more
do-
of an more interesting character than
There we
whatever her face was.
Black Cat.
Yeah,
go.
her.
Okay,
That's
Black Cat.
that's how uninteresting she is. She forgot her double damn name.
But I mean, that's the point. Like, if someone said, "Is Black Cat Catwoman?" I'd be like, "Yes,
100% yes.
Yes.
she is."
Just- yes.
They were really not being subtle on the slice with what they stole.
Nope.
Yeah.
But real quick, in that Radula room, I do like that they tried to replicate the weird spinny vortex room like we saw in the first game.
Right.
Things like that. Otherwise, yeah, we're just continuing our rampage through this castle. What is it,
The
Cheshire?
royal guards of this realm. We are all victims
Yes?
in waiting.
That wonderful sound advice, Cheshire Cat. Really, I never would have guessed that we are victims to the mad people.
Go that way, stupid.
I am
I would
glad
love
you're
if just
not
one of
my
these hit-
therapist.
Yeah, I would just love if one of those hidden rooms. Oh shoot!
What the fuck, man?
No escape this time.
So, yep, we have to fight. We have to fight off an entire arena of enemies while dodging that executioner.
Great.
I don't know if Resident Evil ever did something like this, where you have to fend off a room of zombies while avoiding Nemesis.
I feel like 6 might have. I don't know about 3.
The most I remember about 3 is that there are a few mandatory fights with Nemesis, but they're like pretty late. They're like right around the mid to near end of the game.
But
Can
he
you
means
actually
like
hit-
moments where you have to avoid Nemesis while fighting other zombies.
Right, like before you know how to fight him, and you have to still accomplish something while just running around and dodging him.
To that I don't remember.
Because I figured that he's oh god.
Someone's
Okay,
gonna
give
have
me
to
some
go
help, give me some help.
insane.
Give me some health. Give me some health.
Go.
that, take that.
Okay, hysteria mode. Where are my roses? Give me my rose.
I got a rose,
Oop.
Well,
Yeah, but is that
somehow
enough?
that was.
That looks scripted.
and he sends us back to another. He sends us through a
Oh,
portal.
boy.
So
It's always the portal.
It's always the portals, isn't
Yeah,
it?
the-
You
the-
always
the
think
execu-
with
the-
portals.
yeah, the executioner seems to be some sort of master of this realm and keeps sending me all over the place trying to
Also-
protect the queen.
I get the feeling the Executioner has a favorite color. I think it's blue.
Yeah.
Possibly.
No. It's gotta be chartreuse.
Chartreuse.
What the hell?
Whatever that is.
Hell's chartreuse?
It's a yellow green, like lime green.
Oh,
Or periwinkle.
I've never heard of chartreuse. I have. You could have told me that was a brand of wine, and I believe you.
Actually, rosé is a brand of wine because my mom likes to buy that
That
kind of
is.
wine.
I thought her favorite color was mud.
No,
Just-
that's the
Well,
name of the
spelled backwards
shoe.
is
That's the
dumb.
name of the shoe if you add an extra D.
Oh, see, crap! I was gonna say we were talking about the stars. I was gonna say freaking.
I feel like in the case of RE3, I don't think there ever is a point where you have to fight Nemesis while also having any other zombies in your way. For the most part,
Okay.
you mostly deal with him in open spaces, or just spaces
Is
where
it-
where it's just you and him.
So it probably
That
is
dang
6 I'm
rocket
thinking
launch.
of.
that freaking
You're
rocket
probably,
launcher
yeah.
is. Is there like a trick to killing him, similar with the reform. Crap, what are they called? The reformers. In RE4. What the hell
The
were they called?
regenerators?
Yeah, the regenerators. I didn't know if there was a trick to them. I know there's a trick to them with the thermal scope. You can find the actual virus and
As far as
shoot
I
it
can-
out specifically.
As far as I'm concerned, I don't believe Nemesis has the same kind of exploit. It's just the most you have to hope for is that you have the right amount of weapons at the right time, and hope that the playthrough specific RNG is in your favor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I never play Resident Evil.
The extremely patient.
Oh, they're red now.
Yes. And to hug around corners, because otherwise that freaking rocket launcher is.
Yeah.
I do know there's at least. I do remember in one playthrough I saw where Nemesis literally got stuck on a door just trying to reach you, and that's actually one of the best times you can actually pick him off.
Oh, I remember seeing that.
It's not even a door. It's actually not. It's not even like a straight up door. Like it's like a straight up open space that you'd swear he could easily pass through, but it's like no, he just gets stuck on one particular piece of floor, and
Now
yeah.
I'm just imagining him screaming, "Door stuck! Door stuck!" And it's
Actually,
really funny.
speaking of Nemesis, I want to ask because I've never seen the movie myself, but I am aware of this particularly infamous thing. So, apparently, the movie adaptation of 3 made it so that apparently Nemesis has a love interest.
Oh.
Yes.
Were they
Okay.
ever sick enough to have like a kissing scene with them?
To that I don't know, and I honestly don't know if I want to know.
It's probably
that
on
is true, like-
fanfiction.net.
But that is true, right? Like, it's not like a human. There is just like a female mutant.
I think it is a human.
I think,
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it's human. Because to be fair though, how are these monsters made but from actual humans
Oh,
and
did
a whole
you guys?
bunch of chemicals?
To keep making this video dated, did you guys see that thing that I posted where there's a bunch of people who are like, I mean, honestly, I understand where they're coming from. They've been so conditioned after the female Ghostbusters and like all of the stuff happening around the
Yeah,
place.
basically,
Captain Marvel
like they've
They-
been
they-
so desanitized by that when they announced that the She-Hulk show was coming out, they're under the impression that like,
Oh,
I can't
no.
believe that they're gender bending She-Hulk just to appease those people, and I'm
Like they had
She-Hulk's
no
an
idea
actual
She-Hulk.
character.
Yeah.
Right, like they had no idea She-Hulk actually existed prior to the thing. They thought She-Hulk was just something they invented.
Yeah, it's like
Oh.
I'm sure James at least knows her from Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
I definitely know her from that.
I know
Dude,
her from
I-
Hulk
she-
Rising and many other adaptations of the character.
I mean,
Even-
that
even if
final
even-
shooter.
Even if Marvel vs. Capcom wasn't even part of the picture, I've been so well aware of She-Hulk's existence. I just have to think to myself, what sort of rock have you people been hiding under to not remember that she's a thing?
I think one of the comments said, "Guys, stop. These are all probably kids. They just have no idea." But no, She-Hulk's actually She-Hulk's fun. She-Hulk is like, it's fun in the sense of like she's actually far more sophisticated and like intelligent than normal Hulk is when like roid out. It's practically just like.
She's
like
actually in
a
control
Titan
over
kind
her
of thing.
power, and it also helps too, considering
Right.
she's pretty much stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's
That
an
is true.
attorney.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Which you know you're screwed when it's. If she throws the book at you, you're dead.
Dude, there's one ending in MVC3 where her own prowess as an attorney literally scared the living daylights out of fucking Phoenix Wright and
Like
Edgeworth.
Phoenix and Edgeworth, because
Really?
it's like. Because it's like in the ending, she pretty much gets turned into a judge, and when she like slams the gavel, she basically accidentally tears her booth in half.
I would like to
That-
see
that-
her
honestly,
verse
that
in
does-
Daredevil and Phoenix Wright all in one room.
Damn.
I would love to see
But
that.
no, that is. But yeah, no, that is just. But also with her personality, I feel like. With her personality, I feel like she'd have Phoenix, and Daredevil in the same room. Phoenix would give his entire like opening statement. Daredevil would walk up and give the frickin' "Gentlemen, justice is blind," and then she stops like, "Okay, I gotta give him. That was pretty bad." All right, you win, Daredevil. It's like, but what about my whole evidence? I don't know, man. You can't be that sly.
Anyway,
And
we're
you
at
know
the end
what?
of the movie.
Yeah.
Or video, not movie.
Video, yeah. Get some more popcorn, everybody. We'll see you later.
Till next time, guys.
Bye-bye.
All I'll say is that you make that joke. Sad thing is, I can actually see that being plausible in the Phoenix Wright games.
Objection!